Hey there, and welcome. Now, I want you to think of our time together less like a formal explainer and more like a personal coaching session. The goal here is for us to build a real, practical tool that you can use to lead yourself through whatever change you're dealing with right now. Ready? Let's get started.
This quote right here, it's really the heart of everything we're going to do today. See, getting through change isn't about some massive, heroic leap. Not at all. It's actually about the small, conscious steps we decide to take, one after the other. That's how we build strength. That's how we find our way. And don't worry, we've got a clear plan for this. We're going to start by identifying your personal challenge. Then, I'll show you a great tool called the CAMPS framework. We'll use it to explore what you need, create an action plan, and figure out your path forward. Simple, right? All right, section 1, identifying your personal challenge. We're going to make the abstract real. Okay, so right off the bat, for this to really work, you've got to make it personal. So do me a favor, grab a pen and paper, or just open up a new note on your computer. This is going to be a hands-on session. So, what's on your mind? What's the specific change or uncertainty you're dealing with right now? Maybe it's a new project that landed on your desk, or a big shift in your company's direction. Maybe you're adapting to new technologies and how you work. Whatever it is that feels immediate and real for you, that's our starting point. I want you to actually write it down. Seriously, pause this if you need to. Just a few words is fine. This simple act of putting it on paper makes it real. It stops being this fuzzy cloud of worry and becomes a specific point on a map. And that we can work with. This is your focus. Okay, now for part 2, your compass, the CAMS framework. This is a tool for your intrinsic motivation. So now that you have your challenge written down, let me introduce you to the tool we're going to use to find our way through it. It's this really cool, research-backed framework that works like an internal compass, especially when everything around you feels a bit shaky. So where does this come from? Well, it's based on something called self-determination theory. It's just a fancy way of saying that what really motivates us isn't stuff like money or praise. It's about fulfilling these deep psychological needs that we all have. You can almost think of them as cravings your brain has to feel satisfied and driven. And these needs give us this great acronym, CAMPS. C for certainty, A for autonomy, M for meaning, P for progress, and S for support. Think of these 5 things as the true north, south, east, and west on your compass. When you're feeling lost, checking in on these 5 is how you get your bearings back. All right, section 3, exploring your 5 needs. Let's build your personal change-ready plan. This is where the magic happens. We're going to walk through each letter of CAMPS, and for each one, I'll ask you a question. I want you to think about that challenge you wrote down, and just jot down your answer. You are literally creating your own roadmap as we speak. First up, C is for certainty. Finding your anchor. You know that feeling when everything seems to be changing? Your brain hates that. It craves stability. Uncertainty just breeds anxiety. So our job here is to find an anchor, something solid to hold on to in the middle of the storm. So, thinking about your specific situation. What's one thing, no matter how small, that is stable? What's within your control? It could be something as simple as your morning routine, or maybe it's a skill you have that nobody can take away, or a value you live by. Whatever it is, write down your anchor. Okay, next up is A for autonomy, reclaiming your choice. A lot of the time, change feels like it's just happening to you, right? And it can make you feel completely powerless. But here's the thing. Autonomy isn't about being in control of everything. It's about finding the little pockets where you do have a choice. So look at your challenge again. Where's one small area you can make a choice or influence something? Could you decide how you organize your to-do list? Can you choose the attitude you walk into a conversation with? Just find one small area of influence and write it down. All right, on to M for meaning, connecting to purpose. This one is huge because tough times become so much more bearable when we feel like they're for something, when we can connect them to a bigger purpose. Your why is what gets you through almost any how. So how does this difficult change connect to something that really matters to you? Is this a chance to develop a new skill? To become more resilient? To live out a value that you hold dear, like perseverance? Find that link, that deeper purpose, and jot it down. Next, P is for progress, fueling small wins. Our brains are absolutely wired to love the feeling of moving forward. And notice I said moving forward, not finishing the race. Just seeing a little bit of progress, a small win, gives you a little hit of dopamine. It's brain fuel, and it's what keeps you going. So forget about the giant end goal for a second. What is the absolute smallest, easiest step you could take that would still feel like progress? I'm talking tiny, sending one email, watching one tutorial, reading one page. What's your tiny step? Write it down. And last but not least, S is for support, knowing you're not alone. Okay, for all the self-reliant people out there, and I know you are, it's so easy to think you have to do it all by yourself. But here's the truth. Connection is a basic human need. Leading yourself through something doesn't mean you have to be an island. So what kind of support do you actually need? Just someone to listen, some practical advice, a quick pep talk? Think about it. Now, who's the person that can give you that? I want you to literally fill in the blanks on this sentence in your notes. I will ask this person for this specific thing. Okay, section 4, creating your action plan. From reflection to commitment. Wow, you've just done some really important work. Seriously, you've looked at your challenge through 5 different lenses. Now, we're going to take all that great reflection and turn it into action. I want you to look back over everything you just wrote down for camps. Certainty, autonomy, meaning, progress, and support. Just scan them. Which one of those jumps out at you? Which one, if you focused on it, would give you the most relief or the biggest boost right now? Trust your intuition on this. Circle it. Okay, let's lock this in. In your notes, just draw 3 columns. In the first one, my critical area, write down the one you just circled. In the second, my one action, write down that small step you already came up with for that area. And in the last column, by when, give yourself a deadline, even if it's just by the end of today. See, this isn't a wish anymore, it's a plan. And there you have it. Section 5, your path forward. You have your first step. Just take a second and look at what you did. You started with this challenge that maybe felt big and overwhelming, and now you have a clear, totally manageable personal first step to take. That's huge.
You've got your compass now, the CAMPS framework. You can pull this out anytime things feel uncertain. And even more importantly, you have your first step. You've just shifted from reacting to leading. You are actively leading yourself through this change. So, the only question left is, where will you go?